A lot of my clients come to me really stressed out about making big life decisions. This can be extremely stressful for a lot of people. A lot of energy can get stuck behind making a big decision, making a big life decision, or a decision, even if it's not a big decision, that feels like a big decision. If you're experiencing this, you are not alone. I see this a lot. I've experienced it myself. Luckily, there is a really simple solution. If you'd like to hear that, keep watching. Hi, I'm Tasha from Absolute Stillness, where we help successful women to break free of stress and anxiety. So there's a neuroscientist called Antonio Damasio who discovered through some interesting experiments that we make decisions emotionally, not intellectually, not by logic, but by feelings. So this was an interesting, it's not a discovery, probably in a way we know this information already, but it was confirming that people who, for some reason or other, through some kind of brain damage, are unable to properly feel and process their emotions, were also unable to make decisions. This is the key to making really great decisions in a really simple way. We just got to get really grounded and feel what's going on in our bodies in the thick of making the decision. And I like to think of it as we don't really even have to make the decision. The decision has been made for us in a way. We've just got to be able to sense the kind of, you might want to say, the messages that the universe, or whatever word you want to use for that, or our highest wisdom that we really want to access. The easiest way to access that is right inside our bodies with the feelings and the energies that we can feel in our bodies. One of my clients, Anna, came to me really distressed. This issue had been going on for weeks, and she was trying to decide whether to take quite a major step in her life and do a particular training course that sounded perfect on paper. She really liked the trainer, and she liked the community that it was going to afford her. She liked a lot of things about this training course, and she'd been looking for something like that for a long time. So it sounded perfect. And yet every time she tried to make the decision to pay the money and sign up for the course, she just felt like she was going crazy. On the other side of it, when she tried to make the decision not to sign up for the course, she also felt like she was going crazy. Her mind was saying on the one side, it's a lot of money, what if it's the wrong course for you? What if you hate the tutor? What if something better comes along? On the other side of it, her mind was telling her, if I don't sign up for the course, what if I've missed out on the perfect training course? I miss out on the community. She had a big case of FOMO. Anyway, so the mind was going in two directions almost simultaneously and driving her nuts. And this has been going on, as I said, 4 weeks. And she really wanted this to be the right course for her. I really wanted this to be the right course for her. So instead of just trying to force it through or make the decision intellectually or logically, we did a really simple exercise, took a few seconds. She was able to drop down in her body, and it became screamingly obvious to her immediately that it was definitely not the right course for her. The great thing about that was she was then able to put that to bed forever and never look back, because she had tuned in so far to her highest wisdom, let's call it that. You can call it whatever you want. But it gave her such peace because she had hit on a higher truth, a deeper truth. And then she was able to just go, right, I'll look for something else. And lo and behold, a couple of weeks later, something that was the right fit for her showed itself up. Now, if she had not done that process, she would have made the decision intellectually. She would have gone, well, it seems like the right course. I don't know what to do. My mind's driving me crazy. I'll just do it because it logically looks right. She would have signed up for that, found it wasn't the right thing for her, paid all that money, couldn't have a refund, wouldn't have had the money to do the right thing that came along 2 weeks later. So that's the basics, and it's really simple. Unfortunately, as human beings in our culture, we've basically been trained to more or less try and make decisions logically, and that can lead us to so much stress and anxiety and procrastination as well, and feeling stuck. So next time you have a big decision to make or a an important life decision to make, or maybe even a small decision that you're having difficulty making. It doesn't really matter how big it is, because if you can't make the decision, you're going to get stuck. And next time you feel that way, drop out of your mind, drop out of all the logic, drop out of your head, focus your attention into your body, and notice when you think about, you put yourself in the position of taking this decision or taking that decision, and just notice what your body is telling you, because it will be telling you a clear message. You just got to listen. So I like to say, you know, the universe is screaming at you if you just shut up and listen for a minute. It's trying to get through to you, and it is trying to give you those messages, and the quickest and easiest way to hear them is to feel what they're telling you in your body. Much easier than trying to unscramble what's going on in your head. So that's my experience. Thank you for watching, and try this out next time you have this situation. I'm Tasha Cabal from Absolute Stillness.